Hi there, Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter with a Frugal Friday tip. And my tip is to use square containers. Save square containers. And when you are thinking about what you want to buy to consume for your regular day-to-day things you eat, look at the packaging and see if it's either sustainable packaging or packaging that you can reuse. So yeah, plastic margarine tubs are not the most eco-friendly thing. However, let me show you what I use in my watercolor classes. So when I travel teach, I just do watercolor because it's simple and you can get a lot of bang for your buck. So this is an old, this is another tip, usually an old piece of luggage or an old crafting organizer to, bring your supplies to class. This is what I bring to teach. And I have a whole video on cleaning and refilling my teaching palettes from last year if you're curious about that. It's kind of a nice cozy project if you're looking for something like that. But this is an old Stampin' Store tote from Crop and Style. And when I first started teaching, travel teaching watercolor many years ago, I bought a set of these little, I think they're like cocktail glasses. They're just little plastic cups. And over the years, I have been saving these square margarine tubs. And whenever I use one up, I wash it and I add it to the stash, and then I'll take out one or two of these cups so it fits perfectly. But when you have something that's square, it holds so much more water than something that's round. So if you look, first of all, this is a very tapered cup, and it's much more likely to tip. It's much more likely to tip, and it doesn't hold as much liquid. So if you look here, this fits in, this takes up the same amount of space as that square container, but look at all the voids. Look at all the void. Like if I put it, you're gonna have space all the way around that you're not gonna have anything in. So the water's gonna get dirty faster. So if I put two of these, not only are they less tapered, less tippy, they're gonna hold more water, and that means less time your student is gonna have to get up and change water. I do give each student 2 containers. And yeah, as I use up these margarine containers, I pull these out of the stash. And these did the trick. I bought a package of them many years ago. They did the trick, but I'm really happy that I can get over to these more square containers. They don't take up any more space in my bag, but they are so much nicer. They're thicker, they're more durable, they're less likely to tip, and they hold more water. So there is my Frugal Friday tip for this week. I hope you find it useful. And if you have a tip you'd like to share for travel teaching or anything like that, go ahead and share it. Oh, something else I want to share. Cut up credit cards. I know you've probably seen me share this before, but when I have an old gift card or an expired credit card, I will chop it up, and like for the expired credit cards, I'll just take like 1 or 2 pieces. The other ones I'll throw in my other stash of cut up credit cards, and I just put them in my bag here, and they're really great for making veins on leaves and flowers and painting birch bark, all sorts of different things right here. Free supply that is super duper useful. I'll save little spray bottles, little dropper bottles. There's a lot of things that you can save that can make your art life a lot easier. And if you're a teacher, if you teach little kids, another really great option is if you've ever gotten microwavable meals. I know Trader Joe's sells them, but I think you probably Factor, if you've ever gotten those delivered, any sort of like microwavable meal that comes in plastic in like a divided tray. Those are great. You can put a sponge in one side and put water on the other side. It's not going to tip at all. Kids can rinse their brush in the water side and wipe their brush on the sponge side. And that's a tip I heard from Cassie Stevens, who has a YouTube channel. She's an art teacher. But she would get dog bowls from the Dollar Tree for that, those two-sided dog and cat bowls. But I'm like, hey, get a takeout container. They're free. If you like to eat those microwave meals anyway, save the containers, and then you can use them in your art class. So think about different things that you have to buy anyway. We all have to eat. We all have to consume. So think about those things that you consume and how you can repurpose it to make your art a little more sustainable. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. And oh, and the reason you might be thinking, well, I'll just do mason jars, pickle jars, whatever. That's great. For travel, it's not so great. Glass jars are heavy, they're breakable, and they don't nest together. So that's why I'm using these instead of like mason jars or whatnot. So I just wanted to clarify that because I do often look for things in glass, but our town does not recycle anything. So I'm very mindful about what I bring in, and I do have a hoard of glass jars. So that's a topic for a whole other day. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like these frugal tips. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye!